Hi, everybody. Welcome to the first Woke Wednesday. So if you know much about the Office of Diversity and Inclusion, we have been having these conversations since inception. 2017 was our first ever courageous conversation. So now that we've moved to a virtual world, we are now doing Woke Wednesday, which is a short, I would say medium discussion and minimal presentation on consciousness. That will be a collective effort by our entire community. I'm so excited about this venture. I think is somewhat innovative. And so I want to pay a homage first to Spirit Wednesday, which was created by Janae Tucker in the Dean of Students office, where on Spirit Wednesdays we wear red. So I have my red leather hat on to pay homage to Rutgers Camden. And so our Woke Wednesday conversations will be discussions on enlivening racial and intersectionality consciousness to make us aware of injustices in marginalized communities. Every week we will hear a specific topic related to social injustice or racial injustice from a particular frame of worldview, whether it's one of the 8 social identities that we recognize or one of the marginalized social identities, such as lookism, colorism, et cetera, et cetera. We are looking for presenters, so if you are interested in presenting, please send me an email. I'm gonna ask Ange Wismar to put my email in the chat section since she's here. I also wanna honor my student coordinators, Alex Everett and Angela Wismar, who have been doing really dope work in our office for the past 3 years to support the LGBTQ community on our campus. And so each week, as mentioned, we will meet here from 3 to 3:30 to hear about whatever Woke Wednesday topic will be presented. That particular topic, as you noticed, will be recorded and posted both on our website, on our social media sites, and if we can, on Engage. So if you are available to present on a topic or have something burning or saw something in the news or watch the video such as WAP and you want to talk about it, this is the space to do it. So, and we get as free and as crunk as we want to. Why? Because why box ourselves in, right? Like we're stuck in a virtual world. So let's have the discussion somewhere, right? And so today we're going to talk about really short what it means to be woke and what Woke Wednesday actually is, right? So as you can see, we have Stay Woke here. What is woke? It's a level of consciousness, or it's a wake up to a level of consciousness. It is being highly aware as it pertains to important facts and issues that are related to race and intersectionality related conversations. It is being attentive to the concerns of marginalized communities, both in the news, the media, and in pop culture. So what affects marginalized communities and how do we have these conversations? Being woke also is action driven. It is when no one's looking, are you an ally, an accomplice, or an activist? You're not just talking the talk, but you're actually walking the walk. And again, as mentioned, we'll meet here every Wednesday at 3 p.m., 3 to 3:30. And then whatever we discuss will be posted at 4 p.m. on our social media post. All presenters are welcomed. So I noticed that a couple of my allies are in the room. If you care to share, please email me and I'll make sure that you have the information. So today, I'm not going to do a whole bunch of talking about what it means to be woke. What I'm going to do is have some of my own favorite YouTube videos to share about what it means to be woke. So the first video I'm going to share, I'm not going to actually give you the explanation. I'll just play it. How about that? And if you cannot hear it, I'm going to ask that you would put it in the chat
section. To be woke means to be aware of social injustice and discrimination, and acknowledging differences and diversity.
I think it's an awareness, definitely, of some of the imbalances that we're dealing with in the world.
To pay enough attention to what is happening to actually feel how it's affecting people. It's understanding that your perspective isn't the only one that matters and that you're a part of a larger whole.
There is growing outrage tonight after an unarmed African-American teenager was shot and killed by police.
If you have ever had to skip a meal or were hungry because there was not enough money to buy food, take one step back. So my name is Elizabeth Gray Lawrence, and I'm the chair of the Woke Week Committee.
What do you consider to be a woke?
To me, being woke is honestly just being aware and actively aware of your privileges at lies, especially in comparison to your peers or your loved ones or your friends, because we all have different circumstances. So that's what being woke is to me. If your family has health insurance, take one step forward. If you can show your affection for your romantic partner in public without fear of ridicule or violence, take one step forward.
Why should AED students care about being woke?
Well, I mean, we talk so much about how diverse our school is, right? Like, we pride ourselves in our diversity, and I pride myself in how diverse this school is. But I think it's one thing just to say, oh, we're united, and leave it at that, because even though we are united and diverse, being diverse means you have differences, and a lot of people don't understand certain circumstances within each other's lives because they've never had to experience them themselves. So I think having a platform for students to discuss those differences in an open and safe environment is really, really important, because I'm sure a lot of students have things to say that they don't feel like they can say in the classroom or with their friends because they're a bit nervous. So that's what this event really is about. If your parents have told you that you can be anything you want to be, take one step forward.
All right, so that's the first video. The next video is one of my personal favorite, from one of my personally favorite magazines. I'm gonna share that.
Woke means that you recognize that the world is not a simple place, that everything is not all equal, that justice has not happened yet for everyone, and that there is a lot of work to be done.
Your eyes are wide open and you're paying attention.
And you're reaching out and speaking to people along the way and bringing them on, and to increase the amount of wokeness in your community.
Being woke is like eyes wide open, everything is clear. You can always see things that other people just ignore or they just don't know.
Woke for me just being outraged all the time and being able to stay human and feel outraged about injustice that is happening around me.
It's being uncomfortable all the time and making sure that I'm speaking on behalf of those that can't speak up for themselves.
Some people know what's happening around them, but they are not doing anything. They're just like, well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
That's not what woke means, that you actually take it upon yourself to be like, this is something I need to fix.
Yeah.
I need to be part of the solution.
And I mean, the thing is to do that, knowing that you can fix it, whatever your level or platform is, because there's always an opportunity for you to do just a little something to support them.
I also think about what words actually mean and how we give them power, right? Are you just going to wear it across your chest, but actually not live it out? Or are you going to give this word a meaning with your actions, with your daily commitment?
And I think in order for us to really progress, we're going to need people to really step out of their comfort zones and have those uncomfortable conversations and not just live in a space where they get to preach to people who already understand what it means.
Couldn't agree more.
I think to be woke means that you are aware of the issues and the world around you. I believe it means that you are engaged in the work of justice.
This is a time where we can't afford to be asleep. We have to be all the way alert.
Without action on the knowledge that we have now, our world will never change. And we need that more than ever.
Before I move to the last video, I'm going to ask you to type in the chat section at least 3 words that you heard in that presentation. I would say one of the words that I heard that sticks out the most to me is outraged, right? How often do we move away from feelings of outrage when we see injustice into places of complacency, causing us to not do anything about injustice. What words did you hear today? And I'm going to share the last video while you do that.
You know, this idea of purity and you're never compromised and you're always politically woke and all that stuff. You should get over that quickly. The world is messy. There are ambiguities.
Yep.
People who do really good stuff have flaws. People who you are fighting may love their kids. And, you know, share certain things with you. And I think that one danger I see among young people, particularly on college campuses, Malia and I talk about this. Yara goes to school with my daughter. But I do get a sense sometimes now among certain young people, and this is accelerated by social media, there is this sense sometimes of the way of me making change is to be as judgmental as possible about other people. And that's enough. Like if I tweet or hashtag about how you didn't do something right or used the wrong verb, or then I can sit back and feel pretty good about myself because, man, you see how woke I was? I called you out. Let me get on TV, watch my show, watch Grownish. You know, that's not activism. That's not bringing about change. You know, if all you're doing is casting stones, you know, you're probably not going to get that far. That's easy to do.
So this is where I stopped the recording.